구성하는 방안이 본격 추진됩니다. 국내외 OTT 시장이 빠른 속도로 성장하고 가입자가 꾸준히 증가하고 있는 만큼 로케이션을 적극적으로 유치하겠다는 전략입니다.
A plan to create an online video service and streaming studio in Busan is set to be launched in earnest. The city aims to attract locally filmed movies as domestic and global online streaming markets rapidly grow and the number of subscribers steadily increase.
끝으로 날씨입니다. 부산 지방 내일 아침 기온 11도, 낮 기온 23도로 예상됩니다. 부산의 현재 기온 21도입니다.
Expect a morning low of 11 degrees Celsius in Busan tomorrow with highs of 23 degrees Celsius. Temperatures are currently averaging at 21 degrees Celsius. It's time to wrap up this hour's news. I'm Christine O.
정호였습니다.
Thank you for joining. You're listening to BEFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산 영어 방송.
9년 전 한국에서의 새로운 출발을 위해 부산을 처음 찾은 프랭크. 부산의 자연과 사람, 부산에서 누리는 모든 것을 사랑하는 그는 부산의 변함없는 한대에 늘 감탄합니다.
I think that Busan people are actually very, very kind and very welcoming. If I seemed a little lost, there was always someone that was there to ask me if I needed help. They're more seriously friendly than it's very serious. I very seriously want to help you.
부산의 한결같은 모습도 늘 감동을 주지만 이제는 부산의 미래를 꿈꾸며 2030년 부산의 새로운 도약을 기대합니다.
Busan people are very proud of their city. They want to share the city with everyone. If we get the World Expo, it'll really put Busan on a global map.
세계 박람회가 어울리는 도시, 미래를 향한 힘찬 도약. 부산에서 출발한 파도는 이미 세계를 향해 뻗어 나가고 있습니다. 2030 부산 세계 박람회. 부산이 시작하고 대한민국이 함께 이뤄갑니다. 이 캠페인은 지역과 함께하는 든든한 동반자 BNK 부산은행과 함께합니다.
Coming up next is Inside Out Busan with Laura McLucky and Min-Soo Shin. BEFM 부산 영어 방송.
Hello, good evening and welcome to another Monday here at Inside Out Busan. 근데 it's not just a normal Monday. 오늘은 근로자의 날인데요.
네.
그렇죠? So if you're working like us on Labor Day, you're not alone.
Yes, we are here for you.
Yeah.
Well, according to a recent survey, 30% of office workers work on Labor Day.
And Labor Day is one of the most common paid holidays. However, more than 40% of businesses will still be open.
Yes, so folks, whether you're on your day off or not, it's really good to think about, your current labor conditions because we all want to strive for a healthy and balanced approach to work, right?
Well.
Right?
On the other side of the street I knew stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I thought this can't be true. Cause you moved to West LA or New York or Santa Fe or wherever to get away from me. Oh, but that one night was more than just right. I didn't leave you cause I was all through. Oh, I was overwhelmed and frankly scared as hell because I really fell for you. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-fly. Hefty thing to hold my love. When you move me, everything is groovy. They don't like it soon. The way you do me. Oh, I swear to you, I'll On the upside to a downward spiral, my love for you went viral, and I loved you every mile you drove away. But now here you are again, so let's skip to how you've been and get down to the more than friends at last. Oh, but that one night is still the highlight. I didn't need you until I came to, and I was overwhelmed and frankly scared as hell because I really fell for you. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-ply. Hefty bang will hold my love. When you move me, everything is groovy. They don't like it, sue me the way you do me. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Please believe that when I leave, there's nothing up my sleeve but love for you and a little time to get my head together too. On the other side of the street I knew stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I thought this can't be true, cause oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-ply. Hefty bag will hold my love. When you move me, everything is groovy. They don't like it, sue me the way you do me. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by.
Oh, yes. That was a little bit of drive-by Train to kick off Monday, to kick off Labor Day here at Inside Out Busan. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us, everybody. It's 6:12 on the clock. I'm Laura McCluskey.
And I'm Min Sushin. Thank you so much for joining us on your day off.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Are you working?
Are you working?
I mean, I'm barely working. I'm here. And I can't say that I'm working.
So we are working, ladies and gentlemen, hence us being on air. So if you are working today, you don't get the day off, we're here with you, all right?
Can they look? Have you seen what's happened in here since the 1st of May? Something has changed here at BEFM.
Indeed, something has changed. We are no longer just a voice.
Yeah.
You can put some pretty faces onto those voices as well.
We are 보는 방송.
네, 보이는 방송.
We're
오늘부터
live
시작했습니다.
broadcasting in our voices and on our faces.
네.
So all you need to do is head over to NoTube, go to YouTube, and go and check out Busan English Broadcasting or BEFM's channel, and you can see our faces.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, 부끄러워. 어떡해.
But 근데, now that I can't pick my nose, I can't pick my feet, I can't do all the things that I normally do in the studio that you would be disgusted about, because now there's 3 cameras on me.
네. 진짜 다행입니다.
Are you stressed?
Thank goodness.
근데 look at this sunburn. I'm so ready to pick this, and I can't because
See,
we're in
already,
the studio.
Laura, first day of 보는 방송, and you're already showing skin, right?
Are you
What's going on?
행복?
You're already too comfortable.
Did you put your makeup on this morning?
저는
Minsu?
사실 오늘 좀 신경 썼습니다. 머리도 좀 해왔고요.
봤어?
로션도 좀 발랐어요.
봤어요.
네, 여러분, you're welcome.
잘했네. I thought there was something a little bit different.
I know. 우리 벌써 고구마님, 오늘 너튜브생 신기해요. 휴일에도 생방송 하시네요.
그지? 우리 휴일은 없는데요.
고구마님, we're here for you. 네. So while many people are off today because it is 근로자의 날, right?
Yes.
Labor Day, plenty of employees have worked or still working today. More than half of companies, over 59% with less than 5 employees, reported that their employees have checked in to work today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, my husband's company, all of he didn't tell anyone to go to work, and he went to work, and they're all there. They just all decided they were going to go.
Really?
They've got work tomorrow. They've got to prepare for tomorrow.
Wow,
so
they're dedicated workers, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Because your husband told them to have the day off,
Yeah.
right? But they were like, no,
They're like, we're going to do this. It's going to be harder tomorrow if we don't.
그래 말이에요.
Yeah, and a few years ago, actually, some companies had athletic competitions or 체육대회 for their employees on Labor Day. And have you ever played? It's like 축구, except it's like it's not jockey. That's a vest. What's it?
족구.
족구. 맛있겠다. 족발. Why wouldn't it be? 족발. Same word.
Yes. 근데
Anyway.
좋구입니다. Played a lot of it in the army.
Yeah, but anyway, after the events, employees and their families would gather together. They would have a 회식. They would promote company loyalty, but not anymore.
Yeah. So when asked how people would spend their Labor Day, 57% of respondents of the survey who reported having the day off said they plan to stay at home. 집콕이 최고죠.
맞아요. But other activities, of course, domestic travel, that was 10%. Meeting friends or hanging out with, acquaintances, around 9% said that. Going on a date on Labor Day,
yeah.
8% of people said that. Exercising, 6% of people said that.
Well spent.
How did you spend your Labor Day? What did you do before you came here?
Worked. Had class.
나도 worked 했어요.
Yeah.
이거는 무슨?
저희 피할 수가 없죠. Right?
When
Work for
can I
us.
rest?
Yeah, I know.
When
right?
can I take a nap?
Are you complaining?
I took a rest yesterday. It was
Oh,
nice.
good.
It's my
Right,
friend's
we had the
birthday.
weekend. Oh, happy birthday to your friend. Well, listeners, how did you spend your 근로자의 날, Labor Day today? Let us know. Feel free to get in touch with us. Once again, starting today, we are live streaming our broadcast.
맞아요. 매일매일
안녕하세요.
우리는 보는 방송 하겠습니다, 여러분. 그래서 유튜브에 가서 부산영어방송이나 BEFM으로 검색하시면 우리 얼굴 볼 수 있습니다.
네. 그리고
무섭죠?
고구마님 다시 우리 너튜브에 문자 올렸는데요. 드디어 씻고 오셨네요, 민수 씨.
그렇지.
근데 고구마님,
Exactly.
저 매일 씻어 오는데요.
Okay, so you're telling me
로션만 좀 안
that
바르지,
you
고구마님.
wash every day and come
저
here?
진짜 깨끗합니다.
It's better than me.
네.
Anyway, let's get on with it. We've got lots coming up for you to see and to hear. So it's time for News Bites. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the studio. Christine's here. I'm choosing which. Look at this. So Christine, every day Christine draws a little picture on the script.
Your
So I'm
camera's
just
too
showing
far
it.
away to show. So Christine has drawn a very exact portrait of me. Can you see that?
Beautiful.
Folks, if everybody on our YouTube, if you can see that, Christine does this to all of our scripts every day, right?
Yeah.
She spends more time drawing than she does on the scripts. I'm just kidding.
Mine says 도둑, the heart of the listeners. Oh,
Wait, 도둑 as in like robber?
stealing the hearts of the listeners.
Oh.
Get it?
See, that one was a little bit too complicated for Minsu.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I understand.
I needed some explaining. Christine, how are you today?
I'm doing well. I feel a little bit awkward being in front of a camera
I
all
know.
day.
Me too. I
Yeah.
have to keep looking at it.
I love it.
I don't know where to put my eyes. Right? I don't know where
As
to
if
put
you
my
couldn't
eyes.
tell.
Well, Christine, pretend like it's not there.
Okay.
What do you have for us today?
We're starting off with some news from the Foreign Ministry of South Korea. A high-ranking official at the Foreign Ministry says that there are currently no plans to create a trilateral consultative group on extended deterrence with Washington and Tokyo. So these comments are coming in response to media rumors about a possible three-way nuclear consultative body that not only involves South Korea and the U.S., but also Japan.
So, where did these rumors start?
Well, the speculation emerged after President Yoon Suk-yeol and U.S. President Joe Biden agreed on a bilateral nuclear consultative group to enhance extended deterrence against North Korea's threats. But the foreign ministry official today advised against reading too much into these media rumors, saying that there are no plans or schedules to form this type of larger group for the time being. And also, it might be related to the fact that Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida is expected to visit South Korea next week.
Okay, so that's pretty big, right? What do we know about this potential visit?
Yeah, so according to a Japanese media report, Kishida's visit to South Korea will be on May 7th and 8th, this coming Sunday and the next Monday. It's almost fixed. And Kishida's trip to South Korea, if realized, would be his first since he took office toward the end of 2021. He will reportedly hold talks with President Yoon Suk-yeol and confirm their close cooperation, especially in response to the nuclear and ballistic missile development from North Korea. So this specific report may have added to these speculations and rumor.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So this could very much well happen, but no concrete, nothing set in stone, right?
Well, for the time being, in terms of the three-way extended group consultative body, South Korea says no, but there will be a lot of meetings that we're seeing with the Japanese Prime Minister and President Yoon. So not only is the Prime Minister most likely going to visit next week, he will also probably be meeting with Yoon and Biden at the Group of Seven summit in Japan later this month.
That's
So
right.
we can expect a three-way summit then. And for the time being, the official also said that they're going to focus on the bilateral consultative group between South Korea and the U.S. and also just strengthening consultations there.
Yeah. I think a lot of talk, a lot of communication, of course, is always a good thing amongst partners, right? Cooperating countries. So, yeah, looking forward to what is going to come to fruition, right, from these talks.
Hopefully positive outcomes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's up next? Oh, jinx!
Chichipong.
Let's talk about doctors and medical workers who have been criticizing the Nursing Act, especially nursing assistants. That they have been calling on President Yoon Suk-yeol to veto the Nursing Act after it was approved in the opposition-controlled National Assembly last week.
Okay, so tell us a bit more about the opposition against this legislation.
Yeah, so this is coming from a coalition of 13 medical workers organizations. It includes the Korea Medical Association, and they had a press conference last week expressing deep anger and regret over the passage of the bill. They threatened to go on strike this week if the president doesn't exercise his veto power. Now, this Nursing Act, it's designed to clarify the scope of the nurses' duties and also to improve their working conditions, because nurses have been complaining about the ambiguities of their roles and duties as it is currently given in the Medical Services Act. They claim that the increase, this has increased their workload, and so the new bill has been really welcomed by nurses and also by the main opposition party. But at the same time, the ruling party, the People Power Party, and also a certain group of doctors and medical workers have been against the Nursing Act, saying that it is actually not great for them. It could intervene with the duties of physicians, and nursing assistants could also suffer some discrimination.
So how about doctors and nursing assistants? How have they reacted to the passage of this bill?
So because of this, we've seen a hunger strike going on with the president of the Korea Medical Association.
Yeah.
And also, they have started a partial strike this week and could potentially move to a full strike. The general strike could potentially paralyze our healthcare system, so the government is working on that.
Yeah.
But also, if the president does veto this nursing bill, the Korea Nurses Association will probably go on protest. So we're looking at protests from either side.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully it doesn't come to a huge disruption because we rely so heavily on our medical system.
Of course.
But of course, they need to be supported. And that's what this is all about. So I certainly hope that it again, positive outcome.
Yeah.
For sure, for
That's
sure.
right.
What's next?
Let's talk about small earthquakes. So according to a report from mining.com, Stanford University researchers identified about 182,000 small seismic events in South Korea during the past 6 years.
Wow.
And found that about 3/4 of them were related to mining explosions.
75% of them were man-made,
Yeah.
right? Shakes then. So tell us more about this research.
Yeah, so they are not only man-made but associated with mining operations. It was presented in the 2023 annual meeting of the Seismological Society of America. And it was by the researchers Chung Ung-woo and his colleagues. They explained that they used some machine learning techniques and looked at data from 400 seismic stations in the country. And they found some distinct patterns in the event times and locations that told them that these events were closely linked to mining operations.
Okay. So what specifically are these like microseismic events then?
Yeah, so microseismicity actually refers to earthquakes with magnitude 2.0 or smaller, so just mini earthquakes. And he noted that, South Korea is actually seismically a very quiet country. It's in the middle of a tectonic plate, so we don't get a lot of earthquakes or activities in that way. But we saw a lot of seismicity between 2016 and 2022 because of the mining operations during the daytime. Also between summer and winter, we saw some differences. Also differences in sunrise and sunset times, all affected by the mining operations. So the research team also compared some of the data with satellite images of these locations and were able to conclude this. They're doing further research into what we can learn about the small earthquakes in South Korea.
Interesting. I wonder if later, with this kind of research, because you know how we get messages on our phones when there's an earthquake right away, if they were to, I don't know, like send like a follow-up message saying, caused by, it was like a natural one or caused by mining work taking place. So yeah, it'd be interesting to like actually be able to tell people what the cause of like a small earthquake might be.
Yeah.
There was a big controversial issue, and probably still is, in the States a few years ago when they started fracking lots of different areas, and that was causing earthquakes in the local regions.
Yeah.
Because people are drilling down into the earth. So, of course.
Yeah,
What else
that
can
could be
happen?
very much a concern here in Korea as well.
All right, let's go for the final piece of news, Christine.
One more news. So admission will be waived at 65 Buddhist temples across South Korea, and it starts this Thursday. Yeah, the Cultural Heritage Administration and also the Choge Order, which is the largest Buddhist sect in South Korea, they signed a related agreement today. So the state-designated cultural properties, if they receive state funding for preservation or management, they should not be attempting to receive admission fees under this agreement. And this is because, a lot of national parks have already started to scrap their fees starting from 2007. But there has been a long-term debate between temples and visitors of national parks because sometimes they have to pass through the temples on their climb and they have to pay the fee on the way.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Like you're all packed for like a hike and then you get to like a midpoint in your hike and then you got to pay to continue on with your hike because you're going through a temple, right? Interesting. Well, that'll do it for today's News Bites. Christine, thank you so much for all the headline-making news. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. All right, let's have a song. This is Etta James with Steal Away.
I've got to see you. Oh, somehow. Not tomorrow, but right now. And I know it's late, but don't make me wait. So come on, baby, let's steal away. And let's steal away. Don't make me start thinking, 'cause I might change my mind. My folks are sleeping, so please not waste any time. And I know it's late. And please don't make me wait. So come on, let's steal away. Please, let's steal away. And I know it's wrong. It's wrong needing you this way. But there's no other way that I can be with you. If only my folks, they would approve. Things like this we wouldn't have to do. And I love
Oh yeah, steal away. Steal away.
A little bit of Etta James to help you get your Monday rolling along.
What's going on Monday?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
I just looking at the YouTube because we're doing 보는 방송 from today, which is
네.
visual broadcasting. So
Yes.
normally or originally we were doing radio, but now we're doing visuals as well.
I know.
And the camera keeps getting put closer and closer to my face. I don't know how I feel about it.
I want
Okay.
to get it closer to the point where we could see your pores.
I do know how I feel about it. Not good. That's how I feel about it. It's far away. It's fine. The filter on it looks good though. Is there a filter on this? 필터 있어요, 쌤? 없어요?
저희도 그 연예인
필터.
필터 여기
좋아요.
설치해 놓을 수 없나요?
예쁘게.
그 있잖아요. 막
예쁘게.
자동으로 그 메이크업 붙이고
맞아.
막 V라인 막 생기고 그렇게
Is
하는
that
거예요.
why you? Is that what you have? On yours?
I think so. Why does
Let
it
me
do? No, that's natural me.
That's natural.
That's
you.
all me.
I see
That's
that.
all me.
I like it.
Thank you.
Anyway, welcome to
Yours
the show.
is all right.
We're going to get over this like novelty very soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be exciting very soon.
It'll be natural for us.
Yeah,
Okay.
soon-ish, maybe. 6:32 on the clock. It's Monday, the 1st of May. It's Labor Day today. 근로자의 날입니다.
맞습니다.
So happy Labor Day to everybody out there. I'm Laura McCluckey.
And I'm Insu Shin. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on your Monday 근로자의 날 Labor Day. Whether you had to go to work today, whether you had the day off,
Yeah.
I hope you had a good one. And thank you so much for hanging out with us
Thanks
today.
for hanging out. Okay, let me tell you, weather-wise, it was such a beautiful day today.
Oh, it was so warm.
I was outside playing football with my son. I say playing football. He was saying, "Mummy, watch me," a million times, and I was sitting there going, "Great, great,
Great.
great."
Great.
However, it's going to
Thumbs up.
continue. What was that?
A thumbs up.
That's Liverpool.
Oh, it
It's
is.
a Liverpool accent.
It is.
Thumbs up. Thomas the Tank Engine went up to the station. The mercury level is currently averaging 16 degrees Celsius. Morning lows tomorrow morning of 13, afternoon highs of 22. It's going to be a lovely, refreshing new start to the month. Temperatures will rise further tomorrow in Busan, and they will stay warmer than average, actually, throughout the rest of the week. So Busan will have good air quality this week. Lots of lovely sunshine. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
Good news when it comes to the weather.
내일도 따뜻한 봄 날씨가 이어지겠습니다.
I hope
그래서
this continues on like throughout the week and then into Children's Day.
계속 나고.
I would love it.
네, 당분간 미세먼지 걱정하지 마세요.
네.
네.
참 다행입니다.
네.
When it comes to our traffic, we have congestion on 광안대교 from 남천동 going towards 현수교. Also congestion on 해운대로 from the former Haeundae station going towards 기계공고 three-way intersection. We also have slow-moving traffic on 대교로 from 부산대교 going towards 봉래 Junction. Everybody,
Drive safe.
네.
Drive safe.
Can we take some time to address some messages that have come up on our YouTube? Because 지금 이상한 말이 지금 돌아다니고 있는데요. 우리 CU님도 씻고 오셨네요, 민수 씨. 오늘
죄송해요.
언제부터 제가 안 씻는 이 말이 이거 돌아다니고 있어요?
원래.
지금 원래 로라가 안 씻는
소문이
분이거든요.
만드는 게 재밌어요.
여러분, 혹시 방송 전에 이런 소문을 만들고 들어온 거 아니죠?
No, I did not make this somun. What's somun in English? Rumor.
Rumor.
I did not make this rumor before. This rumor must have already been out in the metaverse before we even came here.
We're on the metaverse too?
Listen, we're in the matrix. Just-
근데 쿠쿠야님, this person pointed out one thing. 로라 앉는 키 엄청 작네요. 다리가 긴가 봐요. 아니요, 쿠쿠야님. 앉은 키도 작고요. 다리도 짧습니다. 로라는. 네, she's not perfect. Okay?
my body biur is not bad, I would say.
자기 말로 not bad. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, okay.
I don't think, but it's not long
Okay.
nor short.
Okay.
It's what it is.
I don't know how to comment on that. That's why I agree with you. I agree with your thoughts.
Sure, and then
on
see
your
you
body.
name lots of waving monsters. 나방 축하해요.
네, 감사합니다.
Anyway, let's get on with it. The IOB 5분 상식.
네.
It's time for IOB's 5분 상식. Getting you in the know with some of the most useful, trending, and need-to-know words and expressions out there. 5분만 들으면 유식해지는 시간이죠.
네, 오늘의 5분 상식은요. 근로자의 날을 맞아 직주 근접의 다른 통근 시간에 대해 알아보도록 하겠습니다. 인터뷰 현장. Oh, this is my dream company. Applying for my dream job. Oh, I really want to work at this company, please.
Everybody says that. 참가 번호 95번.
네, 참가 번호 95번 신민수입니다.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Have you heard of 직구 근접? Would you prefer a job with a 4-day work week that's an hour away or a 5-day work week that's only 20 minutes away?
Oh man, 좀 어렵네요. That's a tough one. 직주 근접. 저는 사자성어 좀 어려운데. I mean, I love the idea of having a 4-day work week, but an hour away, that's a long commute.
Are you going to choose a 4-day work week that's an hour away?
No. A 5-day work week that's only 20 minutes away, that also sounds great. But 5 days a week, that's a lot of work.
So, 95번.
네.
What do you think is more important to you, having more time off or having a shorter commute?
저 잠시만요. 전화 찬스 혹시 써도 됩니까? 잠깐만요. 삐뽀. 엄마, 나 면접 중인데. So which one is better? A job with a 4-day work week that's an hour away or a 5-day work week that's only 20 minutes away?
You have failed!
네?
불합격! 불합격! I don't get it.
찬스도 안 주고.
I
바로
don't get
불합격
it. Why would you
시키면
phone your
어떡해요?
mom? 왜
'Cause
엄마한테 전화하는 거야?
저는 마마보이니까요.
Because your mom. I get it. Why would you phone your mom during I don't get the 작가님 도와주세요. I don't understand.
She wanted to put me in the light where I always depend on my parents. They always
closer
make their
to residence. I
yes,
see.
because I live with my parents.
Aha.
Not I mean, okay. So today's focus keyword for 5분 상식 직주 근접. What does this mean?
Okay, 직주 근접. It means closer distance of residence and work. So, even though the distance between home and work might be physically close,
네.
commuting time can still take a while, right? So, similarly, even if the distance between home and work is physically far, the commuting time can be short due to better transportation. For example, if you go to Gijang on the Osiria line, it's super fast.
Sure.
Even though if you drive, it takes longer, or
yeah.
to work, it takes
Yeah.
even, walk, it takes a day maybe. Not that you would.
Now, recently, I heard that when it comes to proximity, closeness to a person's workplace, it's a significant consideration, right? When selecting a place of residence, so where you're going to live, right? So in light of this, how does the actual commute time impact a person's quality of life?
Okay, so there was a recent study which was conducted by a research team at Ajude 의대 or Aju University School of Medicine, and it suggested that female office workers in urban areas are advised to live within a 40-minute daily commute. Male office workers are recommended to stay within a 60-minute commuting range. And also, female office workers experience more stress during long commutes or commuting time to their additional responsibilities of housework or childcare, things that they have on top of working after they finish work.
So that's how it affects quality of life, right?
Yeah.
I'm curious, do you think commuting time affects your health?
Of course. Long commuting time can lead to lots of different problems. Health problems like reduced sleep, back pain, obesity, cardiovascular disease, as well as mental health issues, anxiety, depression. Because, that is reduced time for a spouse, children, friends, exercise, all the things that you want to do that helps you relieve stress, that helps you relax, helps you feel better. You don't get to do that because you're commuting. So this in turn can lead to increased personal stress and just reduced overall subjective quality of life and well-being.
Yeah, I could definitely see that,
Yeah.
right? We have Siu님 on our YouTube saying, I would choose a 4-day work week any day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a 4-day work week sounds nice. That means you
Yeah.
always get a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Right? Siu님 also says, beepo, that's the sound of an ambulance car.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep, beep.
Because I was punching into my phone, beepo. right? So phones can sound like ambulance too.
Doesn't your phone sound like this?
Oh yes. Oh, that's actually my phone.
Yeah, there you go.
We don't even use the same phone.
Why did you do the beepo beepo?
I don't know. Cause that sounds
It
harder.
was an alien phone.
근데 우리 이거 앤드루 들어오기 전에요. 우리 3016님 문자도 잠깐 읽을게요.
예.
로라 실제로 봤는데 얼굴 주먹만 하고요. 얼굴 주먹만 한대요.
Hey, do you know that is it appropriate to be commenting on someone's appearance all this time? I think that as a society we should know better than that. No?
그렇죠. 근데 민수님은 부드럽고 잘생겼어요. 아,
누가라고?
감사합니다.
뭐래?
감사합니다.
뭐래?
네, 감사합니다. 네, 오늘의 5분 상식 직주 근접은 직장과 주거지가 가까운 것을 말하는데요. 삶의 질을 높이기 위해선 통근 시간이 남성은 60분 1시간이죠. 여성은 40분을 넘기지 않은 것이 좋다고 합니다. 오늘의 5분 상식이었습니다. 김대리, 퇴근하나?
예, 부장님.
집이 교회종이지? 같은 방향인데 같이 가지? 요즘 회사 생활 어떤가?
예, 저 열심히 잘하고 있습니다.
결혼 생활도 재밌지?
예, 뭐 즐겁죠, 예. 그 라디오라도 좀.
그래, 라디오.
네가 저번 주 심참인 것 같네.
22번 훈련병!
진짜 회사 생활 쉽지 않다. 어색한 이 순간 인사이드 아웃 부산과 함께하세요. 오늘은
Sports Rewind.
What is wrong with my face? Why is everyone focused on the face?
It's not that. It's the lighting in here is the.
No, I just have flawlessly white skin, bleached out. Some would
Pearly
say.
white, right? so if some of our listeners, if you're tuning in on our YouTube, you might have noticed that Laura's face outline have been blending too much with the curtain in the background, right?
No. Actually, it looks much better now.
Yeah. So for Laura, we had to change the display settings of our cameras so to make sure.
Because I'm so pale.
The interior's coming in tomorrow to change everything.
네. 그러면 혹시 제가 더 뭐 까매지는 건
Oh,
아니죠?
you look fantastic.
Right? Okay. Thank
you
you.
are just
Yeah. But we're here for sports.
Yes,
not,
we are.
not
Sports.
interior design.
Sports.
Yeah.
How are we doing today?
All right, great. We're going to jump right into this because it's quite an exciting show we have our segment, and there's only one place that we can start.
Lotte.
The excitement is palpable.
It's so
yeah.
I was so excited. I was supposed to go at the game yesterday, but then it was my friend's birthday. But I was so excited to go.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this game was more exciting than your friend's birthday.
But I know where I would rather have been.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. Yeah. You're not just on audio now. You
Yeah.
have video, so people are looking at your face going, yeah, she lying.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
I hate this now. I hate it. Switch them off. Switch them off, all of them.
So yeah, we are going to start with Lotte, and I was actually that clip is mine. That is not trademark, but
Did
is
you record that?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
So I was at the game yesterday with my my two kids, and we had a blast. It was a lot of fun. And, you know, what makes it even a better day is a win. What makes a day even better? Your 8th win in a row.
Yeah.
And what makes it even better is being top of the league.
Number one, baby. Woo-hoo. Number
Yeah.
one.
Remember we were talking about this like a few weeks ago, and we were like, oh, maybe they can get a little, maybe they can crawl a couple of places up the league.
I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm kind of hesitant to talk
wood,
about some
just touch
stuff.
wood.
But so despite having 2 games rained out last week, the Lotte Giants extended their win streak, as I said, to 8 games yesterday. Now, the team beat the Hanwha Eagles in 2 midweek games before taking 2 more over the weekend against the Kiom Heroes. All 4 wins came at Sajik Stadium, but yesterday's win was, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, extra special. So Lotte took the early lead in front of a sold-out crowd. Now, obviously, the last game of the season last year when Ideho retired, that was sold out. I think there was people in the rafters, like, there were people climbing up the wall to try to get into that game.
Yeah.
But before that, I can't remember a game in the past probably 5 years that's been a sellout, or 6 years at Lotte, or at Sajik. So it was pretty amazing to see. But Lotte did go down 3-2, but into the 7th inning, the hot bat of Zach Rex was on fire yesterday, all over the field as well. Lotte hammered in 3 runs to secure the win.
Yes.
Now, not only did they continue their win streak, but the team now sits at the top of the KBO standings, first time in 11 years.
Woohoo!
Unbelievable. It was a fun day at the ballpark, and you could just see the people at the game were just like, yes, we're back, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
great.
Speaking of which, we've got Siyu Nim on the tube saying, Andrew's hat is so bright, I thought it was a light bulb at first. Not related. Just wanted to say it.
I need to contain this whatever's going on under here is why. So that's why.
Look at that volume.
I like it. You should just let it loose.
It might cause issues with technical issues with the microphone.
That's
so
true, that's
it's
true.
all right.
Oh, well, congratulations to the team. Of course, hopefully we can keep winning and
Yes,
see
yes,
this run
exactly.
continuing. But we sit at the top of the league, and long may it continue. Let's
Yes.
keep supporting our team. Okay, let's go to, well, before we go, actually, how was the atmosphere? Because I really wanted to go, and I kind of wish I'd gone now.
And that's what I mean. Like, I was looking, I think I booked my tickets on Thursday, and then I was looking each day to see, how many more tickets were sold after
Yeah.
each win they had. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
and
yeah.
Then on Sunday morning, I said to one of my sons, I said, look, last night, this whole block, it was open seats. Like, it was not sold out at all. And then, an hour before game time, we checked again, and then it was just seats just sparse, just here and there, and like not that many. And then when we got in there, they made the announcement, it's a sold out game, blah, blah. And the amount of people outside, it was unreal. Now, a lot of people that I met, like I met some friends there, and they're like, oh, it feels like before COVID. And I kind of want to call them on that, because I don't even think that was before COVID. This is like 7-8 years ago
Yeah.
feeling. People were just out in full force, and it just seemed like people were also letting off a little bit of steam as well. Like they were letting loose.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I sat out in the outfield, and the people around me, I definitely had to plug my kids' ears a few times, but everyone was enjoying themselves. That's
How
what
was the
I'm saying.
cheermaster? The cheermaster is my favorite part.
I said after the game, you could see that even he had a little bit more pep in his step yesterday. Like he was on fire.
He's the pep stepper.
Yeah.
He's already got all the pep.
Yeah,
How can there be more?
Definitely, with the team winning, there's electricity in the air.
100%.
I love
So
that.
they are away for 3 games tomorrow through Thursday, but they will be back this weekend. Now, here's the thing. If you're looking to get tickets for the weekend, hurry up. Friday and Saturday are already sold out. Sunday, there's a few. When I say a few, I'm not joking. There's not that many left.
Like 3.
But if you're looking to catch the game on TV, if you don't have tickets, the game on Friday starts at 2 p.m. because it is a holiday, so the game is earlier. 5 p.m. on Saturday and a 2 p.m. start on Sunday.
Cool.
So moving away from the ballpark to the soccer pitch, Tottenham Hotspur were looking to get back on track, if you will, at Anfield last night. But things did not go as planned, because they were down 2-0 after 5 minutes of play.
What's going on,
Now,
Tottenham?
for anybody who's ever played any sport, if you're down by 2 goals or 2 points in 5 minutes, that's not a good start.
Yeah.
And then Mo Salah made it 3-0 just about 10 minutes later off a penalty. Spurs did battle back. They tied things up. Son Heung-min actually came through with his 10th goal of the game. It could have been the 10th goal of the game of the season, so reaching double digits. But then it just went down the tubes for Tottenham with Diego Jota scoring in the 93rd minute to secure the win for Liverpool. But this is a game that if the Premier League was ever trying to sell the sport to anyone around the world, this would have been perfect because they would have been like, 7 goals? This is unreal.
Yeah.
But that's Tottenham for the past, 3 games. They lost 6-1 to Newcastle, and then they drew 2-2 with Manchester United, and then now a 4-3 loss. So their season, it's going the wrong direction when it should be going the other way right now.
I mean, it's exciting because there's a lot of goals just in total, right? But if you're rooting for Tottenham, not so hot for you. But how are things looking for the title race and those all-important Champions League spots for the top 4?
So Man City overtook Arsenal at the top of the table over the weekend. Arsenal do play this evening, so they could go back to the top of the table. But Man City have 2 games in hand, so a lot of people are saying it's over, but I guess, it's not over till it's over. In the top 4, Newcastle looks like they're going to have that 3rd spot. And then Manchester United, they're just too far ahead of Liverpool at this point in time. But then there are the Europa and the Europa Conference League. I'm not going to get into that right now because that's like doing physics or something. So, yeah. But it's always exciting at the bottom of the table.
Too much science.
But, yeah, we'll maybe talk a little bit about that next week. Moving on to our sports history of the day.
Yes.
Now, since we were talking about baseball and it was such a great mood and things like that, I thought we could, bring up something that, changed baseball forever. And that was a man by the name of Jackie Robinson, who broke the modern MLB color barrier 76 years ago. It was actually just a few weeks ago that this was celebrated, 76 years, because it is Jackie Robinson Day is April 15th in the major leagues. So on that day, all teams around the league wear number 42 on their jerseys, which is pretty amazing to this. So for our listeners who aren't aware who Jackie Robinson is, so he first played for the Brooklyn Dodgers in a totally different league and then moved on to the MLB, but via Montreal, they were like the farm system for the LA Dodgers, and then moved to LA and became the first black person to play in the major leagues. Now, at this time, it was very segregated. White players played on white teams, and the black players played for the black teams until 1947 when this all changed. And I don't know, I know there's racism is not gone. I don't think it's going to ever be gone. It's, in every walk of life you can find it. But it's not that long ago, 76 years ago, like some of us would have grandparents that would be that age that could probably remember something like this going on. Things like this just absolutely blow my mind.
Yeah. A lot of people say, with Jackie Robinson, this is like the first time in just sports history, well, especially in the U.S., right? In the U.S. where the color of your skin didn't matter. They just look specifically at, your abilities and your skills, right, as an athlete. So Jackie Robinson, he paved the way for all the, just different kinds of people and races that we have in just professional sports, not only in the U.S., but around the world.
Yeah, there's from the city I went to university in, there was a man by the name of Willie O'Ree. He was the first black NHL player. And he always would talk about Jackie Robinson, that even that it was in a different sport, it opened so many more avenues for everyone else, which is pretty amazing. So
It is very cool. However, I mean, I don't really know much about it being baseball history. I'm just agreeing with you.
Rounders, is what Laura wants to call it.
But other than the abuse, because I mean, first black person on an all-white team in the major leagues, abuse must have been rife. People must have had like arms up in the air.
Yeah.
And other than the abuse that these players would have to take from players on other teams, spectators, I mean, what was it like for Jackie Robinson day to day?
Yeah, so it all started actually when he was played for Montreal in the farm system. But when he went to his first, I guess it was training camp. This was in Florida, spring training. Even then, this is where he was confronted with racial hostility that I guess he had experience, but he didn't expect it as much at this point in time. Whereas it wasn't just from other teams, his own players on the same team, who just did not agree with it. There was also another fellow black player, Johnny Wright, at the same time, who was coming along with him. They were not allowed to stay in the same hotels. They were not allowed to dine in the same restaurants as their white teammates. Some of the games were canceled because the local authorities refused to allow them to play or even enter the ballpark.
Jeez.
All right. So, and then sometimes they were escorted, out of the ballpark once they were discovered that they were actually there. So it's unbelievable. Now, the legacy of Jackie Robinson goes far beyond sports. And, I think that he didn't just change the landscape of sports, but also change the landscape of life in America as we know it today.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, a trip down, sports history with Andrew today. Andrew, thank you so much for filling our listeners in.
And lotte.
Look at this.
Keep winning, boys.
Siyunim says, Kukuyanim says, Andrew looks like Charlie Puth. Siyunim, wow, lush hair, don't keep it in, let it out. His voice is so loud it sounds like he's using a megaphone. Drew's got a smexy voice. Lol.
Make up your mind, right? Smexy voice or megaphone voice, right? Which one is it?
Anyway, Andrew, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
In the meantime, we're going to say cheerio for the first half of the show. This is Skate by Silk Sonic. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you at 7.
Do a little spin, do it again. Look like you're playing for the win. Oh, baby. I'm trying to roll. I'm trying to ride. I'm trying to float. I'm trying to glide. No, don't be shy. Just take my hand and hold on tight. Oh, skate to me, baby. Skate. Slide your way on over. Slide your way on over. Skate to me, baby. Skate. I wanna get to know ya. I wanna get to know ya. Come on. Oh my. Got your hair in the wind and your skin glistening. I can smell your sweet perfume. You smell better than a barbecue. A superstar is what you are. I'm your biggest fan. If you're looking for a man, sugar, here I am. I'm trying to roll. I'm trying to ride. I'm trying to ride with you, darling. I'm trying to float. I'm trying to glide. Oh, no, don't be shy. Just take my hand and hold on tight. Oh, skate to me, baby. Skate. Slide your way on over. Slide your way on over. Skate to me, baby.
Hello, this is Busan Immigration Office. Have you heard of Korea Immigration and Integration Program?
What is the KIIP?
The Korea Immigration and Integration Program, KIIP, is a social integration training program by the Ministry of Justice to help immigrants adjust to life in South Korean society. It helps them develop basic knowledge of the Korean culture, language, and understanding Korean society, among others.
So is this a Korean language education for foreign nationals?
The KIIP is comprised of not only Korean language and cultural education, but also of programs on understanding Korean society. Immigrants can learn basic knowledge across the entire Korean society through this program.
That's interesting. Are there any other bonuses to completing the KIIP?
There are multiple benefits for those who complete the program, including exemptions from permanent or citizen naturalization tests and bonus points for residence permits.
Well, I'd better hurry up and go sign up. Thanks for the information.
For details, please visit www.socinet.go.kr. This was brought to you by Busan Immigration Office and BFM 부산영어방송.
인사하는 거 정말 힘들지 감사하단 말 정말 힘들지 먼저 시작해봐요 마음을 전해
안녕하세요 이순재입니다. 마음을 전합시다. 매일매일이 따뜻해질 겁니다. 공익광고협의회.
The time is now 7 o'clock.
꼬리에 꼬리를 무는 품격 있는 토크. 시끄러워 죄송합니다. 로라 민수의 인사이드 아웃 부산.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us here in the studio on this Monday. It's the 1st of May. It's gonna be May.
It is May.
It already is May.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm Laura McCluckey.
And I'm Insu Shin. Thank you so much for joining us on the radio as well as on our YouTube, right?
Yes.
We have started 보는 방송 today.
보는 방송. So you can check us out every single day in our faces and our voices.
Yes, listeners, we've paid special attention to our looks today.
Oh, well, some of us have.
Starting today. You could also chat with us,
네,
right?
채팅도
on
할 수
YouTube.
있습니다.
네.
And just FYI, I'm the one that's in control of this chat.
Oh, that's right. You got the keyboard,
I
right?
got the keyboard. I got the secret. So, yeah, you can chat with me and I will blah, 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 and send you messages.
Yes.
Most of the time, I just make fun of our team.
You
Yeah.
do,
Look at
right?
this. See your name texting in. Why does everyone at BEFM radio station all look so handsome and beautiful? You guys need to do this more. Is today a special day? No! Well, it is, yes. But we're going to be doing this every day for every single program ever for the rest of forever
진짜 이거
and amen.
보는 방송 안 했으면 어떻게 할 뻔했어요.
Exactly.
Right?
So we should have been doing this a long time ago.
I
So we're going to
know.
do this every single day, all day.
Yes. Right?
nice.
Good times.
But it just means we can't be naughty to each other now.
그래 말이에요.
We can't,
I'll behave.
flick boogers across the studio anymore.
Because you've been doing that
'Cause I have
this
been
whole
doing it.
time, right?
That's our thing. But it's time for On the Mic, which is where we send our reporters out into the wilds and they interview you, our listeners. So let's see who's on the mic today.
Hi, what's your name and where are you from?
Hello, my name is Sangun. I live in Busan now.
Okay, and tell us, what do you do for your job? What's your job?
제가 하는 일은 여러 가지가 있는데요. 지금 이제 광고 대행사 운영을 하고 있고, 그리고 파티룸을 운영을 하고 있고, 뭐 모임 운영 같은 거 하고 있어요.
Wow, so you're doing advertisement, opening a party room. It seems like you must be a fun guy. 그래서 파티 좋아해요? 왜 이런 일 하고 있어요? Why are you doing this work?
저는 진짜 소심한 사람이에요. 아이예요.
You're very a shy person normally.
맞아요. 샤이한 사람인데, 근데 이제 노는 사람들 보면은 너무 좋은 거예요. 그래서 일을 하면서 I에서 E로 바뀌었어요.
So normally you're introvert, but because of your work, you switch your personality to be extrovert. Now, this kind of job must have been so hard during COVID. Tell about your experience over the last couple years.
저는 이제 코로나의 영향을 좀 많이 받았는데요. 서울에서 한 8년 정도 거주를 했는데 이게 코로나 때문에 어쩔 수 없이 이제 부산을 내려오게 되었죠. 근데 부산 내려왔는데 또 이제 또 가족들도 보게 됐고 그다음에 이제 친구들도 많이 만나다 보니까 너무 좋은 것 같아요.
So you've had to move from Seoul now down to Busan, but it's good to see your family and make friends down here.
맞아요.
And you were telling me earlier that you're also this year you have a goal to get married. 올해도 목표 결혼하고 싶어요. 이거 조금 설명해 주세요. Tell about your goal.
저는 이제 원래 코로나 때문에 3개월 전까지만 해도 좀 너무 힘든 삶을 살았다고 생각을 해요. 근데 이제 좀 마음이 많이 차분해지고 너무 좋아지다 보니까 이제 여자친구를 좀 만들고 싶고 또 이제 만들어서 또 결혼도 하고 싶고 그래요.
Okay, so this year you're gonna get married. What kind of girl do you want to meet? 어떤 사람 만나고 싶어요? What kind of person?
저는 그냥 자기 일을 좋아하는 사람.
You want someone that likes what they do.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So what kind of job would you like a girl to have that you meet?
그런 건 상관이 없는데 자기 일을 좋아하는 사람. 근데 보통은 프리랜서나 뭐 그런 사람이겠죠. 그래서 뭐 보이스 액터면 더 좋을 것 같고.
Oh, someone voice actor. So maybe if you're listening today on the radio, you can contact him. Now, let's say you meet the person of your dreams down here in Busan. What date would you like to do? Where would you like to go for a date in Busan?
노서면 노해운대.
노해운대.
광안.
광안.
네,
Okay.
광안이 너무 좋아요.
Okay, explain why it's the best place for you for a date.
There is a Gwangan Bridge. It's very big.
Yeah.
And there are many foreigners fashion people. 그래서 저는 너무 좋아요.
So you like to be around like a lot of fashion and foreigners. All right, and last, you've been out of Busan for a long time, but you're back now. What is making you the happiest? What do you love most about being back in Busan?
Seoul, there is not sea, beach. 바다가 너무 좋은 것 같아요. 그래서 이제 서울에는 이제 한강밖에 없는데 부산에 바다가 있어서 너무 좋은 것 같고 사람들이 너무 이제 따뜻한 것 같아요. 그래서 부산에 있는 사람들도 너무 좋고 이제 뷰도 너무 좋고 해서 부산이 너무 좋은 것 같아요. 서울에는 아무래도 이제 놀이 문화들이 이제 너무 많은데 부산에는 좀 그런 게 많이 없는 것 같아요. 그래서 제가 이제 파티룸을 만든 것도 제가 스튜디오를 하고자도 만든 것도 있는데 이제 아무래도 이제 젊은 친구들이 모여가지고 파티를 좀 만들었으면 좋겠어요. 그래서 좀 이런 거에 관심이 있는 친구들이 있으면은 여기나 아니면 저한테 연락을 주시면 좋을 것 같아요.
So he wants to make this really have great environment down here in Busan, like kind of like the party environment up in Seoul. So you can contact him and let him know. Well, thank you for sharing your experiences and have a great day. 고마워요.
감사합니다.
Oh, thank you, Taegan, for that lovely interview. And of course, Sang-hoon
네.
as well, who was, chatting all about.
Yeah,
Chatting
right?
all about his job.
So working in advertising,
Yeah.
as well as a party room organizer.
그거도 뭐예요?
So I think it's like, how people, they have like an idea of what they want to do with like a room for like events and stuff. And he kind of like, I guess, makes
He
your
makes it.
dream come true,
So he
right?
makes the party.
Nah, right? And especially with the weather getting, a lot better, a lot
Yeah.
warmer, a lot of people out and about. Sure, he has busy days ahead of him, Mr.
Yeah,
Sang-hoon.
absolutely.
He also talked about his goal to get married this year. Taegan mentioned, what kind of person you're looking for. 자기 일을 잘하는 사람.
He said 자기.
자기. 로렌은 자기만 들었어요.
자기만 들었어요.
그러면 상우님 태겐한테 고백을 하는 건가?
그런 말입니다.
근데 태겐은 그거를 캐치 못하고.
So what kind of person are you looking for? You. She's like, great. So what's the... Just completely missed it. Did she?
I think so. Or maybe like he just put a pause after 자기.
네네네.
왜냐면 자기하고 반응 안 하네? 일을 잘하는 사람, right? Smooth, someone.
자기.
Smooth. Yeah, but a lot of people say some people are like they're most attractive when they're like in their element, right? When they're doing like their job, right? Being professional in whatever their field. So, hopefully, somebody gets a glimpse of Sang-hoon in his element. Right?
Why does that sound creepy?
I don't know.
I hope someone gets a glimpse of Sang-hoon in his element.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously he's looking for a girlfriend and maybe hopefully a wife. So I just want to make that thing come true. You know what I mean?
I feel uncomfortable. I feel a little ooey.
I'm always uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know. And now the people will see. But it's always nice to have lovely interviews like this. So
네.
we wish you all the best, Sang-hoon-님. Thank you for being on our show, and thank you to Taegan as well for that lovely interview.
That'll do it for today's On the Mic.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's have a song break. This is Anything by Music Soul Child.
Yes, let's dance. It's music time, music time. Back like we never left. You might as well put on your good outfit tonight. You feeling good? If you stiff, go ahead and put the pillow over your head.
Where I'm at, you will always know this since you keeping track. I won't ever trip out giving you the facts. There will never be any need to dispute whether or not I'm telling the truth. 'Cause I am, and I ain't got a thing to hide, no. Despite my reputation, yeah. Even though it's the world that I live in, you know that I'm with you. So what you wanna know, girl, I'll reply. You'll get every detail, I ain't gon' lie. As long as you can promise, you'll do the same. Girl, I will tell you everything. You can ask me anything. Who I'm with,
Even if it happens to be some other chick, it's only business, babe, so there's no need to trip. Baby, you can come too. See, it's whatever you like, you can choose. Oh, girl, 'cause I ain't got a thing to hide, no, despite my reputation. Oh, even though it's the world that I live in, you know that I'm with you. Oh, but you wanna know, girl, I'll reply. Get every detail, I ain't gon' lie. As long as you can promise you'll do the same, girl, I will tell you everything. You can ask me anything.
Music, please. Let me clear my throat. Slippers in the road while we on that boat. Matching APs, yeah, that sound dope. Came from Aspen, we riding the Aston Martin, baby, with the Margiela cups. Don't worry about it, 'cause of me, it's small bucks. 5 minutes, I can have your superstar status. 10 minutes, I can have your global status. On the Born Express, don't worry about nothing, I got the rest. And that other dude is old now. Let the music touch your soul, child.
I'm with it, so keep the drama to yourself, just quit it. Yeah, I'm way too grown. I'm way too grown, so I leave you alone. But you wanna know, girl, I'll reply. Get every detail, I ain't gon' lie. As long as you can promise you'll do the same, girl, I will tell you everything. You can ask me anything, take every piece of information. See, you can have it all, girl, I ain't gon' front. As long as you can promise you'll do the same, girl, I will tell you everything. You can ask me anything, anything.
Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. It's music time. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Ladies and gentlemen, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. It's music time. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to the show Inside Out Busan on 90.5, 103.3 FM. Welcome to BEFM 부산영어방송입니다. 반갑습니다. I'm Laura McCluskey.
And I'm Minsu Shin. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
That was your thing.
Being what?
Sorry, I just
What?
interrupted you.
Yeah. How dare you?
Continue.
Yes. On your Labor Day, 근로자의 날, a lot of people probably working today. A lot of people probably had off, right? Whatever you're doing, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Anything
Now
but
I'm
Music
done.
Soul Child. That's what we just
Oh,
listened
you were
to.
going to introduce a song.
Yeah.
That's right. We should do that.
That's all I was going to do.
Yeah.
But we are live, of course, on the radio, but we are also live on streaming. So this is our new thing here at BEFM.
Yeah.
We're doing every day, every show, I guess with some exceptions. I don't know. But we're going to be doing 보는 방송 or visual broadcast.
Visual broadcast. I like this. I like the sound of that. I like the chime of that visual
So
broadcast.
go over to go over to BEFM's YouTube channel. Search for BEFM or 부산영어방송. 네, 너튜브에 가서 BEFM 아니면 부산영어방송으로 검색하시고 우리 얼굴들 볼 수 있습니다.
맞습니다. 그래서 오늘 저희 둘 다 신경 좀 썼거든요. 네.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Oh, I hate myself. Hate myself.
No, you love it. Listen, you put two idiots in front of a camera, what do you get? Bigger idiots. You're welcome.
Like, listeners, okay, so probably, I don't know, throughout this week, I don't know about you, Laura, but it's still, it's awkward
I can't even
for
see
me.
your face. There's
Yeah, I know.
cameras
I
in front
can't,
of
yeah, we
everywhere.
got cameras in front of our faces. Like, usually, I don't know, I didn't even, like, think what I do with my hands and stuff, my facial expressions when I'm on air. But now, all that, like, I have to think about it.
I have hands.
Right?
What do I do with
Like, what do I do with these things, right? Now I have to be
can't pick
super
your nose and
conscious
flip
of
me
it.
off
I
anymore.
can't,
That's the
I
problem.
can't. That's the thing, right? So, listeners, we do want to let you
Text
know.
us in. What should Minsu do with his hands during this broadcast?
Yes, we'll be on our best behavior.
Yeah, we will.
Because we're on camera now.
Yeah. You can also chat with us live as well in the studio because we have access to live chat on YouTube. So do come over and hang out with us. See you, Neem and Kuku. Yeah, Neem texting in as well as some other listeners all the way up here. Kukuma Neem. Some more messages coming in. So yeah, keep your messages coming in. Saying, does Andrew cover only baseball and football? Just wondering if he covers any other sports. See, there's the thing. Andrew pretends to know about sports, but actually, he only knows about football. No, of course he does.
Andrew
We
is a
do lots.
fantastic actor. We do have to let our listeners know.
We
right?
do. We do lots of different sports, especially Olympics times, world sports, etc. But it's only, randomly that we do just maybe two of the most popular sports or most covered sports.
Baseball here in Korea.
Because, of course, Lotte is at the top of the league.
Yeah, that's something to talk about, right? Yeah. The playoffs of basketball are going on right now. Andrew, you got to report on that, buddy. The playoffs is happening.
Does anyone like basketball?
I do.
Oh.
But that's all that counts.
I've been to a couple of basketball games here in Busan. They were really exciting.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what was happening, but it was very exciting.
It's the fan, it's the cheer culture just in Korea in general. Like volleyball games are super exciting here in Korea. Like volleyball games in the US, I mean, I've only been to like one, but not as fun.
I just like the yelling. Yelling while eating chicken.
Yeah. You could just do that at home,
I can do
right?
that at home. I mean,
Yeah.
I frequently do that at home.
Uh-huh.
But it's nice to do it in public and get away with it. I can't just stand out in the street and yell and eat chicken. Rah, 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 rah.
That'll get you in trouble, right? But as long as you're at a sporting event,
sport event, you can
right?
do it.
Totally legal and totally accepted.
Winning.
Yeah.
Let's look at the weather. It's averaging 16 degrees Celsius here in Busan. Morning lows of 13, afternoon highs of 22. It will be mostly sunny tomorrow in Busan. Also great weather for being outside, and the air quality will improve as the days go on. So 내일도 맑겠고요. 오후에는 초여름 날씨를 보이겠습니다. 그래서 여러분 많이 즐기세요.
네. When it comes to our traffic, we have congestion on the Nam Express from Daejeon Interchange going towards Mandok Interchange.
Yeah.
We also have congestion on Jungwangdaero from Jungbu Police Station going towards Choryang Junction.
Yeah.
Slow-moving traffic on Gobunlo. Are you going to say yeah after every sentence?
Yeah.
Slow-moving traffic on Gobunlo from Yeonil Market going towards Yeonsan Junction.
Look at this message. Everybody drive safe. Look at this message on 노튜브.
What
Hi,
does it
small
say?
face Laura. 백주현님.
백주현님.
Hi, lol. That's not my real name.
I mean, people can't help it because we're very visual now, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
What does that say about your face?
I know, that's what I'm saying. 백주현님, 혹시 제 얼굴이랑 비교하는 건 아니겠죠? 네. 답변 기다리고 있겠습니다.
Yep, 기다리고 있습니다. 저도 기대합니다.
로는 뭐를 기대하는데요?
뭐. Anyway, it's time for us to move along, and it's
Yes.
time for Monday segment with our Monday reporter, 신민수.
That's me.
Worldwide.
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 Worldwide. Whatever.
Whatever.
Worldwide. Whatever.
Yeah, it's time for Worldwide Whatevers. This is the segment that Minsu does every Monday. Monday. And it's really about anything.
Yeah. 진짜
It's
whatever.
such a genius title because you've given yourself free reign to talk about literally anything in the whole world.
Oh yeah, right?
Whatever.
But I bring news that doesn't make it onto the front page.
Yeah, news that is not really news, but it's just
No,
random
it's
stories.
news. It's news.
Special interest?
Yeah, I guess.
Human-
Whatever special interests me.
Yeah, that's the problem. So it's a very eclectic collection of news stories from around the world that are
Yes.
surprising but don't make the headlines.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
So today is Labor Day here in Korea. 근로자의 달.
Isn't it Labor Day across the world in some other places?
아니요.
No?
The one in the US, it's in September.
Huh?
네.
Really?
Yeah. 그냥 근로자의 날 here in Korea.
I'm gonna ask the internet.
And it would tell you that Minsu is correct, right? So in light of Labor Day here in Korea, 근로자의 날, today's theme is going to be on work and workers.
Okay.
Right.
So in Europe, it's also on May 1st.
그래요?
Yeah.
그런데
So
미국에는
in your face, man.
9월입니다.
Yeah.
왜냐면 my cousin's wedding is the day before Labor's Day.
Yeah.
This
Not
year.
Labor's Day.
Labor's Day. Whatever, all right. Small face.
Small
Anyways.
face, I know. Small face, Laura. Do you know what? I feel not offended, but just confused.
You can't help it, right? We're going visual now. People are going to comment on what things look like. And we are in the middle of these cameras.
I'm excited to be mean to
Can I get to my news, please?
All right.
All right, so it being 근로자의 날 today.
Yes.
The first story I brought, it doesn't really punch home for a lot of our listeners because it's not somewhere that it's not here in Korea. It's actually news from New York specifically. The headline reads, "Beloved Broadway favorite Starlight Deli closing after 39 years." All right. So we're first going to take a listen to a clip that I brought for our listeners, and we'll talk a bit more.
Beloved deli in the theater district. After almost 40 years in business, the Starlight Deli is closing its doors for good.
All right, Fox 5's Linda Schmidt shows us how it became a neighborhood fixture and a favorite of those working on Broadway.
It's good to see you, my friend.
And just about every customer at the Starlight Deli considers owner Jung Min Kim, who is known as Mr. M, a friend. The deli has been on West 44th Street in the theater district for almost 4 decades and a favorite for Broadway actors and crews.
This is the place to go. When my first Broadway show, I came here.
And years later, actor James Monroe Iglehart is still coming here. He played the original genie in the Broadway hit Aladdin.
And we'd all stay at our makeup and our sparkles, and Starlight would deliver sandwiches and stuff to us.
I hear you're the famous Mr. M.
Hi, how are you?
After working 39 years, 7 days a week, Mr. M is retiring, and the Starlight Deli is closing tomorrow.
I'm gonna miss you. Stop by.
I think he knows how loved he is, which is important. Mr. M is a big fan of Broadway. His favorites are A Chorus Line, Phantom, Chicago, and The Lion King. Have you had stars, big stars come in here?
Oh, big stars, all of them is my big star.
Every single customer is your big star.
Yes.
Actor Rob McClure will always have a soft spot in his heart for Mr. M and the deli. It is where actor Gary Sinise gave this newcomer some great advice. 22 years ago.
Mr. M.
Yeah. So Mr. M is the owner of the Starlight Deli. It's a deli that's on Broadway, right, over in New York. And he's been working there, open 7 days a week for the past 40 years, basically.
That's nuts.
And our producer filled me in. He opens at 6 a.m. every day. Isn't that crazy? So I bring you this because 71-year-old Mr. Min Kim, right, who he's known by his stage name to a lot of people, a lot of his customers as Mr. M. He has every day for the past 39, 40 years, worked since, starting at 6 a.m. every day at his deli. And you could tell how much love and passion and dedication he puts into his business because all of his customers know him by his name.
Mr. M.
Mr. M, loved by, like a lot of people that perform on Broadway. You heard the clip, a couple of the actors has been going to his deli, ordering from his deli for however number of years they've been performing on Broadway. So I saw this news. I was like, today being 근로자의 날, Labor Day, right? I have no idea what it feels like, to work in something for 40 years.
Yeah.
4 decades working every day. Isn't that so crazy?
I mean, no, it's not crazy. He obviously loved his job dearly and was very dedicated to work. But I just feel for him. He's 71.
Yeah.
Take a nap, Mr. M. Take a big nap.
Well earned. And you might have heard the clips. In the clip, people kind of coming up to him, thanking him, right? They all knew him by name, Mr. M, Mr. M, Mr. M, right? Because he is dedicated not only to his business but to his customers,
Yeah.
obviously, and his
And
customers felt that.
That's what it is. You can really tell a place that is dedicated to the customers. So
Mhm.
recently, there's one of my favorite restaurants, and I say favorite because one, it's in like within 2 minutes of my house, but also it's just really delicious. And the thing that I loved about it the most is that it was run by this family. So there was a mum and there was a husband and wife, and then I think the mother-in-law perhaps of the man, so the woman's mother as well. And there was just 3 of them, and they made all the side dishes, and he was the server and did all the stuff. And they were so kind, and they made really delicious food. And because of COVID, they closed.
Yeah.
And so there's a note on the door that says 그동안 감사합니다.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
너무, every time I see it, I feel so bad, and I want to see them, and I want to say, hey, listen, I'm really sorry that things didn't work out, or things that worked out this way. And maybe they decided to close because it was for the best, and they wanted to chill. Which is good, but I just feel sad if it wasn't that way, because the people were just so nice, and they were really kind of a big part of, well, my family's kind of food consumption. But I mean, just the neighborhood restaurant, it was really nice.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad because I liked them.
Unfortunately, I don't have like a tanggol place, whether it be like a shop
You're
or a
everywhere
restaurant.
is tanggol.
I have a couple favorite, but I know like they haven't been there for too long, right? I had like a favorite panini place over in Samyeon, but that closed after like 2 years.
Because paninis aren't like a proper... See, if you had a panini place on like a really busy Edinburgh road that had lots of office buildings around it, it would go for decades.
Yeah, right?
Because lunchtime.
Of course, location
breakfast
is
time.
key.
Yeah.
But, I was thinking like, if I were to work in something, whatever it is, for like 40 years, Mr. M would be, like a role model. Because, see, of course, he's dedicated to his work, but people, his customers and people that have been going to his business, like, recognize that. And they say, in the bit of news that I played, if we listen to the end, a lot of people saying, iconic piece of New York City history fades into the past. And Mr. M, along with his Starlight Deli, is considered a piece of New York history. Yeah. So, for everybody, on Labor Day. Did I get that right?
You did.
Labor Day today.
I don't know why it's so difficult, honestly. But yes, you did. Well done.
왜냐면 한국어로는 근로자의 날이잖아요. So it's laborer, like worker, right? So it's like, but if we say Labor Day, it's like work, 일날. That's why I got confused. Anyways, I just, whatever it is that I do in the future, like I just want to be as dedicated. Also, maybe, like kind of seen by my customers or clients in the same light as Mr. M.
Well, then you better start working hard
그래 말이에요.
to be, like Mr. M.
Yeah.
Do you think that you're going to work in radio for 40 odd years?
I mean,
I think they're going to fire you before then.
Well, thank you for being the
Labor's Day.
Debbie Downer, right?
No, but seriously, do you think you're going to work in radio for a long time?
I don't know. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow, right?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Right? Things change so quickly. And also, I mean, I've already been in broadcasting for almost 20 years, on and off, and in various types of broadcasting. But I didn't realize that I'd been doing this since I was about 18. And so almost 20 years. 20 years of me being in this one field throughout my life. It's just kind of flown by. So I see myself in radio until I kick the bucket, until I die. But maybe they're going to chuck me out before then. And what would I do? What would I do with my life? Like Mr. M, if he had to close, not just retire, but had to close, he's been doing that job for 40 years. What would he do?
Yeah.
What would he do with his life? And yeah, it's a funny thing, eh?
Yeah, my parents, when they before coming back to Korea, right? They kind of wrapped up like they owned a small like mom and pop's like grocery store over in the States, for a number of years, not 40, right? But a good amount of years. And when they came to Korea, they were just so like itching to do something because they've been at it for so long, right? And we'll probably feel the same way. I think once we get to that stage, like after you're fired, right? You'll come to like in front of the station. I mean, can I just do one more show? Come on,
Just
please,
answer my
man, just
phone.
one more.
Good evening, welcome to my phone. My name's Laura McClunkey. The weather outside is cold.
You're doing your own show,
Cold
right?
and dark.
And sad.
bleak.
And sad.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome. People will stop phoning me. People will stop coming to my house.
그래 말이에요.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's already happened.
So, big fighting to Mr. M, right? Yeah, and I guess let's all try to see value in whatever work we do, and just be dedicated, right?
Do you know what I think we need to really do is see value in the people who are doing the work, because it's so easy to just see like someone's job as this is what they're doing, so they need to be this way, because we see the world as we are, right? So if we kind of forget or lose that human connection, it can be easy to just see the job as an accessory or in relation to your life.
For sure.
So you got to keep the humanity.
맞아요.
There's messages coming in. Minsu, do you want to read them?
Sure.
유튜브.
We have Siunim. If you guys could run a shop, what would it be? Like a coffee shop or a deli shop?
Good question.
If I could run a business, I mean, I make a killer grilled cheese sandwich. So what would that be? Would that be a coffee shop or a deli?
Grilled cheese sandwich shop.
Yeah.
I would run. I'm really hungry now. Can you make a grilled cheese sandwich tomorrow?
I
Bring
mean,
it.
give me.
I'll make tomato soup.
Give me a frying pan and some cheese and some bread.
I would make. We're going to get to. Yeah, we okay. I would make. I really want to do this actually. I would make an English study cafe, but it's a real cafe, and people go there to speak English. There'll be places where you can sit down and study. If you want to be on your own, so little booths that can fit maybe 3 or 4 people. And then everything else will just be in English, but you go in there and you order in English, you speak English, you can chat with the staff in English, and it's just like a normal cafe, but you're not supposed to speak Korean. So it's a space where people can feel 100% comfortable practicing their English in a real life setting without actually having to pay for a lesson or without having to study. And there'll be like books in there that are English books and TV show on the wall or whatever that's an English TV show.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Why not?
So if anyone wants to start me a GoFundMe page so I can get all the money to do that, I will set it up. I promise. I know the interior that I want already. Like, yeah, that's what I really want to do.
Well, somebody's got a partner already, right?
Yeah.
All right.
If there's any investors out there.
Contact us.
Come on.
We'll contact Laura anyways,
Come on.
right? We have a couple more minutes. So it being Labor Day and all, right?
I'm really excited for this one.
Because, people in any line of work, things are not the easiest, I feel like. Right?
Life's hard.
Life's hard, work's harder sometimes, right? So for the next couple of minutes, I want to share stories of employees sharing the dumb, unbelievable things that they've had to deal with at work. So on a very popular forum site, right, people have been uploading horror stories of just time at work. So 진상고객 소리들 they've uploaded onto the internet. I just want to share a couple with you because, it being 근로자의 날, there's a lot of people out there that go through a lot of these types of hardships. For example, so I'm going to read it as the person that uploaded this, right?
You're going to do voices?
아니.
Do voices.
I used to work in a bar that sold very old booze. A drunk man tried to impress his friends by chugging from a bottle of Amaro from the early 60s. He had to pay for the whole thing because his lips touched it and it was now useless to us. It cost him around $800.
That was an expensive chug.
My gosh, you had to be pretty tipsy, right, to do that.
What are you doing in a bar? Like,
I know,
picking up
to
a bottle
impress
of
your
booze?
friends, and you grab whatever bottle you see and put your lips on it.
If your friends are impressed by that, you need new friends.
Yeah.
Also, you seem like the person that needs to be away from those friends.
맞아요.
Your friends need new friends.
I mean, but I'm sure he didn't know like a bottle costs $800, but like, of course, if you want to go the responsible route, you had to pay for it.
Silly.
Mm-hmm.
Silliness.
For sure, right? Another story. A former coworker accused me of drinking the office coffee and not paying into the coffee fund multiple times. Her quote-unquote evidence was that my water cup had a handle shaped like a coffee cup, and she would see liquid in it. Several times I took the lid off and showed her that it was only water, but I could tell she didn't believe me. I drink tons of water and she really thought I was just guzzling over a gallon of coffee a day at work. Now, this is something that I know probably a lot of, maybe even our listeners go through. You know, people kind of accusing one another of
Do
stuff.
people really accuse each other of that kind of stuff?
I mean,
Who are these people?
you know, if people that see like things like coffee as, and it's probably like, you know, like it's not the coffee that they would buy. It's coffee that everybody chips in for, right?
Binsu, I see you've been drinking a lot of water. Is that BEFM's water?
Yes, it is.
Well, you've been drinking more than your fair share.
Exactly. I mean, who has dictatorship, right?
Someone in here sounds like an owl. Whew, whew.
So I think, you know, when it comes to like office, like confrontation, especially, I've never dealt with it personally, but I don't think I can.
You want to fight
right?
about it?
Yeah, fighting over coffee. When
out.
that person, you know, obviously has been drinking water, don't accuse your coworkers.
Here's the thing. I'm too old and too weathered to even care about that. If someone came to me and said, you've been drinking all the coffee, my response would just be like, yeah? Yeah?
그래 말이에요.
What? What?
Right?
Why would you even... Why?
Yeah. So, you know, even if, I don't know, I feel like there's a right way to go about confronting a coworker over something, but, you know, especially...
What is it? What is the right way to confront your
I
coworker?
said, I'm sure there is, but I'm not in the know of it, right? Yeah. I had a couple more, but time is running out. I think we have time for real quick. One more. I have to share this one. Around Valentine's Day, I was working overnights in retail. One night, this lady came up to my register with one of those huge heart-shaped chocolate boxes stuffed under her sweatshirt. So she was trying to steal it, of course. She then put a candy bar on the counter like she was being slick, right? And I wouldn't notice the box if she was paying for something. I calmly scanned the candy bar, then asked, are you going to let me scan the chocolate under your shirt too? Or would you rather just give it to me so I don't have to bother the police? She threw the box on the counter and bolted. It's not that crazy, but come on, girl. You really didn't think I see the 2 foot long heart-shaped bulge coming out of your sweatshirt?
That's just my heart, because I'm so in love.
I mean, the audacity of this, you know.
Why should she go to the counter? Why not just run out the store with the
그래 말이에요.
chocolate?
Because she wanted to be slick. Like, I'm a paying customer. I want to buy this candy bar, but steal this probably 2만 원, 3만 원짜리 heart-shaped box that's under my sweatshirt.
I don't get it.
Right?
The world's a strange place.
Yeah, the mindset of like, you know, thieves and robbers when they kind of like walk into like a store saying, okay, this is my game plan. I'm going to steal this, but I'm going to, you know,
I'm going to pretend
that I'm a paying customer, a loyal customer.
It's good.
Yeah. So, so the moral of, you know, today's WWW is, you know, let's really, as Laura said, value the people that put in the work so that we have the services, you know, that we use today.
Yeah.
And at the same time, respect, you know, one another as coworkers and just as customers, as customers, people that, you know, we use services from business and whatnot. You are on a rant today.
No, labor. Dr. Liu texts us in.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read this?
Go
Labor
for it.
Day will make our population go up. Smile.
Labor Day will make our population go up? Oh, I see. Labor hasn't given birth. 두둥.
진짜 아직. 근데 맞습니다.
네, that is
아, 예.
correct. You are correct, Dr. Dew.
All right.
That'll do it for today's WWW.
Thank you, Minsu. We'll see you next week. Also, we'll see you in 1 minute or
Yeah,
3
you're
after
stuck with me.
Toto. Stop loving you.
Reflections in my mind, thoughts I can't define. My heart is racing and the night goes on. I can almost hear a laugh coming from your photograph. Funny how a look can share 1,000 meanings. Well-intended lies, contemplating alibis. Is it really you or is it me I'm blaming? A distant memory flashes over me. Even though you're gone, I feel you deep inside. Dance beneath the light with that look in your eyes. I can't stop loving you. Time passes quickly and chances are few. I won't stop till I'm through loving you, girl. There's a window in the heart I've tried to look through from the start. You're never really sure what someone else is thinking. Someone's broken something new, another altered point of view. Just a certain someone's conscience playing. I held it in my hand, I did not understand what lives inside the wind that cries her name. Trying to catch a shooting star, what seems so close can't be that far. Living in a dream that's never ending. Dance beneath the light with that look in your eyes. I can't stop loving you. Time passes quickly and chances are few. I won't stop till I'm through loving you, girl. Stop I can't stop loving you. Time passes quickly and chances are few. I won't stop till I'm through loving you, girl. I can't stop loving you. Time passes quickly and chances are few. I won't stop till I'm through loving you. Loving you.
안녕하세요. 차가운 도시 남자 Inside Out Busan writer Steve라고 합니다. Winners of Inside Out Busan's listeners participation segment will get full course meal voucher from Golden Lizzie, a gourmet restaurant in Geojedong and Yeonsandong, where you can taste cuisine from Michelin Guide featured Chef Kim. 미슐랭 셰프의 파인 레스토랑 골든 리지에서 10만 원 외식 상품권을 받을 수 있습니다. A place to entertain your brain and eyes, Museum of Illusions. 당신의 눈과 뇌를 즐겁게 하는 곳. 뮤지엄 오브 일루전 부산 착시미술관 입장권. coffee voucher, and a pack of fresh coffee, whole beans, sponsored by Into Roastery in Yangsan. 언제나 맛있는 커피를 신선하게 만드는 양산에 위치한 Into Roastery 원두 커피. 커피 향 좋다. A delicious brunch for two from Gorilla Brewing Busan, Gwangan branch, the leader of Korean handmade beer culture. 수제 맥주 전문점 고릴라 브루잉 부산에서 제공하는 식사권. Admission tickets for the Busan Next to Sky top floor observatory, which is located at LCT in Haeundae, the highest place in Busan. 부산 대표 랜드마크 해운대 LCT에 위치한 하늘 위의 바다. 부산 Next to Sky 전망대 입장권을 선물로 드립니다. 저랑 같이 가실까요?
It's time for 호기심 천국.
호기심 전국 시간입니다.
천국. 천국. Welcome back. Monday the 1st of May. 7:45 on the clock. It is Labor Day, and I tell you what, I've labored through this day enough, I feel.
It's gonna come to a close soon,
Yeah.
in 15 minutes, right?
There's still time for another 호기심.
Yeah.
Curiosity Heaven, where we bring things that we're curious about into the studio and we talk about them. So, guess what?
What?
I have got, for grad school, God, this is so stressful, 2 essays. I say essays, I mean like 15-page papers. And 2 presentations to do
Wow.
by Wednesday.
What? 내일 모레?
Yep.
Oh.
And
I
I've
would hate to be
currently
you.
started none of them. So my 호기심 is about, why are you like this, Laura? Why?
Why? Why do you procrastinate?
Yeah, basically.
It's 5 p.m. and you've just realized that report you've been putting off is due tomorrow. It's time to buckle down, open your computer, and check your phone. Maybe catch up on your favorite YouTube channel. Actually, you should probably make dinner first. You usually like cooking, though it's hard to enjoy with this work hanging over your head. And, oh, it's actually pretty late. Maybe you should just try again in the morning. This is the cycle of procrastination. And I promise you, we have all been there. But why do we keep procrastinating even when we know it's bad for us? To be clear, putting something off isn't always procrastinating. Responsible time management requires deciding which tasks are important and which ones can wait. Procrastination is when we avoid a task we said we would do for no good reason, despite expecting our behavior to bring negative consequences. Obviously, it's irrational to do something you expect to harm you. But ironically, procrastination is the result of our bodies trying to protect us, specifically by avoiding a task we see as threatening. When you realize you need to write that report, your brain responds like it would to any incoming threat. Your amygdala, a set of neurons involved in emotional processing and threat identification, releases hormones, including adrenaline, that kick off a fear response. This stress-induced panic can overpower the impulses from your prefrontal cortex, which typically help you think long-term and regulate your emotions. And it's in the midst of this fight, flight, or freeze response that you decide to handle the threat by avoiding it in favor of some less stressful task. This response might seem extreme. After all, it's just a deadline, not a bear attack. But we're most likely to procrastinate tasks that evoke negative feelings, such as dread, incompetence, and insecurity.
Yes, we're most likely to procrastinate on things that cause us stress, that we see as stressful events.
So it's your body trying to protect itself.
My brain and my body is trying to protect me from education. Good job,
Right?
buddy.
And good grades,
Yeah.
right? It's all your brain and body's fault.
And see, here's the thing, right? I used to be, when I had, because I've prioritized other things. And so I've been prioritizing these other things. And I have just kind of not done it because I usually find that studying is not difficult. So I'm like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And it gets to the point where I'm like, oh, no, I need to do that now.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like really stressful. And I'm like, oh, maybe I just won't go to school. I'll just stay home.
Just give up everything, right?
I just stay.
Might as well.
교수님 너무 아파서 못 가요. 미안해요. maybe I'll just call in sick. So that's what my brain does. But I notice it. I notice the procrastination. But it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that other things have happened and I've done other things. And then I have to sit down. And then all I want to do is just cut corners and not do it.
Yeah.
But then I still want to get the degree.
Yeah.
I want to have already graduated.
What's that saying? You want your cake and eat it too, right?
Yeah, I want my cake.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to bake it. I just want the cake to be finished and ready for me to eat.
Yeah, but a lot of people say, why are you so lazy? Why do you so procrastinate so much?
It's nothing to do about laziness.
Yeah, it's your body's natural reaction because it wants to stay in the most comfortable state as possible, right? So things that bring on stress, like your paper and your presentation that you have to prepare for in less than 48 hours, that's what's making your brain and body not allowing you to do it.
And the thing is, I'm not even going to do it. Like, I'm literally... So I've got a research assistant who, helps me, a.k.a. does all the work for me that pulls all my articles and papers into my spreadsheet.
A little buddy named AI, right?
No, it's not AI. It's a real person.
Oh.
He's also a PhD person. And so this guy...
You are making a PhD find...
I pay him.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not just gunde this. No, I pay him because I need support, and it's just smarter for me to pay someone else to help me do something than me do it on myself. But so I've got all the pieces there together, and all I need to do is write it. But I'm just like, this is boring.
Oh, writing's the hardest part.
It's the hardest part. So I just can't be bothered doing it. So I can't be bothered starting it because then I know I have to continue and finish it. But if I don't do it, then I'm going to get in trouble. I'm 40 almost. What is going on?
So your age is an excuse now?
But surely by this age, I should have learned to stop being a 12-year-old. You know?
I mean, we're all guilty of it, I think. It's just that now, as a 12-year-old, you might be procrastinating. I think that's what kind of sets the adult in us kind of apart. But come on, I mean, you're going to procrastinate up to this point, but you're going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do an all-nighter. I'm going to sit up drinking coffee, and I'll be at my laptop, and then I'll think to myself, Laura, you should really be sleeping. Your self-care is going to go out the window. And then smart Laura will tell me that I should have done this a long time ago, and then defiant Laura will be like, shut up, drink the coffee. And that'll happen until I finish this semester.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, though, it's not because I don't enjoy it. It's not because I particularly want to push it off. It's because I've been prioritizing all these other things.
Yeah.
Because we all are very busy.
Excuses.
But I've been prioritizing other things. And so the other things, I was thinking about it today, the other things are a lot more enjoyable in terms of, it's a much more creative process.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than reading papers and writing an essay, which I do enjoy, but I can't justify spending that time.
Especially when there's things like due dates on certain things.
Yeah.
It's just, natural for, I don't want to say everybody, because there are a lot of people that are really diligent, really disciplined, right? To stay on a course, stay on a schedule. But then there's people like
me.
You and me. But sometimes, listeners, people, if you are like you, if you're like Laura and you're like me, we work the best under this type of pressure sometimes.
Well, that's the thing. And people, especially, was this Dr. Dure that was saying this, or was this my own self-study? But people who have ADHD often perform this way because it's not seen as critical up until the very last minute. So it's not something that we are driven to do because it's not in our immediate frame. So I don't know if I've been trying to get an adult test for ADHD for ages.
You know what I hear? Excuses, Laura.
No, not at all. It's just
do your
interesting.
paper, do your presentation.
I will do it. But I'm also taking another online course, which happened to be at the same time, which I didn't realize was going to happen. But I
leave
signed
some
up for
work
that
for the
before
rest
I
of
went
us.
back to school, though.
Right? Oh, okay.
And then it popped up. Your course starts in 1 week. I was like, no.
What have I put myself
Yeah.
into, right?
We got a message coming in from QCY님. QC님? saying 쉬는 날이라 평소처럼 BFM 청취를 제대로 하지 않지만 이렇게 정규 방송 라이브로까지 해주시는 모습 보며 화요병 극복하는데 그것도 무슨 말입니까? 극복하는데
Recover.
너무 큰 도움이 되네요.
Oh, right. So,
sweet.
yeah, this person couldn't, because of work and maybe whatnot, maybe can't listen to us every day. But right, seeing us, seeing a 정규 방송 like our program being now on YouTube, it helps this person kind of get through. Right,
맞아요.
the day.
Saying, feel like you guys will always be there for us no matter what. Thank you so much for you guys' hard work.
Aww.
고맙습니다.
QC님, thank you so much.
And that's why we like to be here.
Yeah, of course, right?
Because you're here with
Hello
us.
to Adrian Hill as well. saying
And
hi
happy
to-
birthday yesterday, Adrian Hill.
Aw, happy birthday.
Yeah, there we go. How did I know that? I can't tell you. It's a secret. Anyway, we will be back tomorrow on air and on the screen. So
네.
join us tomorrow for another show. Today's show produced by Choo Yun-jin, written by Im Soo-jin, hosted by Laura McCluckey.
And hosted by Min Soo Shin. So our last song dedicated to a birthday
Adele.
person.
This is Chasing Pavements by Adele from Lee Kelly Name. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
I need to do if I end up with you. Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my fate? Should I leave it there? Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? I build myself up and fly around in circles, waiting as my heart drops and my back begins to tingle finally. Could this be it all? Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my fate? Should I leave it there? Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements?
저희 중소기업은 광고비가 제일 부담되죠.
코바코에서 TV 라디오 광고비 지원받으세요. 혁신형 중소기업 방송광고 지원 제도로 광고비 70% 할인이나 250% 보너스 광고 지원.
코바코로 문의하세요.